the final battle where you're supposed to be going, oh shit, shit's getting real, shit's getting serious, it's underwhelming. You're like, oh, okay. And it's just like, you know, you're left with this lump in your ass. You're like, that's it? Like, this is all I paid for to see? Like, it's so underwhelming. And I'm trying to be as nice as I can to this movie, because I still saw it and I thought it was just an okay movie, just a mid-tier, low mid-tier. Like I gotta be honest, man, the first Black Panther, you shared so much emotion in that movie. The music, the aesthetics of it, everything that was going on in that movie, you fucking could remember to the T almost. There's nothing memorable of this movie. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of the Miami Geeks Weekly Updates, brought to you by digitalcorrectnetwork.com. I'm your host, Pledge305. With me as always, old school gaming specialist, Uncle Willie.
It's Monday. I have no energy. Just get going.
I have none. All right. I got no energy. I'm fucking tired. I've been gaming fucking God of War Ragnarok yesterday, almost to a point I almost forgot to blink and forgot that it was about to be 1 a.m. And I am so gone for tired. Like, today is me mid-time. Tomorrow for sure I'm gonna do some Ragnarok, go to sleep again, and kind of do this wash, rinse, repeat type of thing going on, Willie, so I can keep playing this game because it's so fucking good.
Just talk about it. Just talk about it, because I have not played it. For the record, I have not played it, but he has. He's gonna talk to you about it.
I'm gonna tell you right now, the game is phenomenal. It's so fucking good, and within every level that you're playing, like all these stories that you're hearing from Kratos and Atreus just talking, and it's such a weird father and son bond that even to the point where Willie, I'm pretty much sure you're gonna be shocked at this part, he never calls him boy.
That's it. God of War Ragnarok is the worst game of 2022. I'm saying it. How can he not say boy?
He doesn't. He calls him by his name, Atreus and stuff like that. And dude,
no, that's it. No, it's not a God of War game. It's a God of Dude game. It's a God of somebody game. Somebody is a God of something. And this is not a God of War game because boy is not mentioned. I'm done.
No. But check this out. I had to say this part though. Thor is a fucking badass, dude. At least from the minute that I saw him, he's a fucking badass.
Okay. Is it actually Thor, or is it just Sor?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. All right. Might be game of the year.
No, that's it. Dude. That. First, he goes like, we don't start the game the way that it ends in the first God of War game, right?
I don't want spoilers. I don't want spoilers.
There's no spoilers because
wait, hear me out. Hear me out. I don't have a PS5.
Yes.
I'm going to buy this game on PS4 eventually. I don't want spoilers.
I'm not wearing any pants. Film at 11.
But look, non-spoilers though. This game starts off before you run into Thor in the end of the first God of War game. So you're doing a couple things. That's all you have to know.
Okay, but is Thor sore?
Oh yeah. He is sore as fuck.
Before or after?
Yes.
I'm not going to say anything else because, again, no spoilers.
Look, yes. And he comes with all the vengeance and he brings drinks.
Wait. But you say he comes.
Yes. Hard.
Ew. I don't want to play this game anymore. Let's keep going.
All right. But look, either way, you have your run-in with Thor because of the incidents that happened in part 1, and you see Odin. You get to see Odin. I'm not even going to describe to you what he looks like or anything. I'm pretty sure a lot of people here saw a couple of gameplays online from Jacksepticeye and other people, and I gotta say that when I saw him, I was like, not too threatening, but I'm pretty sure that's not his final form. Let's just be honest.
Okay, but does he look like Anthony Hopkins?
I like a really thin, older version, balding.
Wait, thinner but older?
Yes, and balding.
He looks older than Anthony because Anthony Hopkins. I'm sorry for all of you who love him, but he's about 89,000 years old.
He looked older. But let me continue. So you get to run in with him, and a bunch of things are happening. And I'm gonna tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, I probably have put already like 10 hours in this game, and I'm talking about in depth as well, because I put this game in normal, and even in normal, there's certain things that I'm like, the fuck you want me to do? But 10 hours in the game, and I'm still not even halfway. And I'm enjoying all the side missions, everything I have to do to beef up my guys, because it's a must. You need to fucking beef them up. So if you guys think you're gonna go straight through and fucking just collect the little armors you get and whatever and fight, I wish you the best. But I say do the side missions, collect all the things you need to collect, make his suit stronger, his blade stronger, do everything you can to make these characters as strong as you can. That's just my opinion, but overall, the game is fucking amazing. I love this fucking game.
So steroids.
Yes, all of them. Take it from the horse's mouth. I don't give a fuck. Just get them.
Wait. You're a horse?
As big as fucking Kratos is, he is. He's like a fucking mammoth, dude.
No. Are you a horse?
Maybe.
I don't know why, but I suddenly have a Budweiser commercial going on my head, and
Real Men of Genius.
No, not that one, because that was awesome, and Budweiser is not. That's why I'm saying that.
Okay, fine.
For all of you who drink Budweiser, I'm not trying to call you out, but I just want you to know that you are drinking Clydesdale's piss.
All right, but look, Willie, this is all I gotta say. The game is fucking amazing, and for those who played it, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. No spoilers for others, but let me know what do you feel about the game so far. Like, do you guys like it? Do you
wait?
Whoa.
Wait! Spoiler alert! Kratos kills people.
Indeed, he does. Spoiler.
Okay then. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. What? What spoiler alert?
Yeah, just a small spoiler.
What?
I'm spoiling. I'm thinking,
just
Kratos killing people. Small spoiler.
Really small. But yeah, like, again, comment down below. Let us know your thoughts about the game. If you're playing it or watching it online, let us know your thoughts. We would love to hear about it and have a conversation about it. Now, Willie, we have a lot of things we got to talk about, bro. And one of the things here that I'm kind of looking at is Doom Eternal composer allegedly unpaid wages and abuse in a lengthy soundtrack controversy response. Look, I love Doom Eternal. I love Doom, period. I didn't know there was a controversy going on here, Willie. What seems to be the issue here, Willie? It looks like it's been a 2-year after Doom Eternal controversy has been going on. So what's the big hubbub here?
Okay. So after Doom Eternal came out, by the way, awesome game. It is. I'm just, stating facts.
I'm just getting my head out of truth.
Since back in 2020, people have been complaining about the soundtrack, the game, and no one said anything until recently, where Mick Gordon, the composer of the tracks for Doom Eternal, decided to clear his name because he was being raked through the coals. And he not only talked about how he was not, like, his score was not used properly, but talked about crunch and the fact that he didn't get paid for 11 fucking months.
Okay, that's bad.
Okay. There's always 3 sides to the story. The one perspective, the other perspective, and the truth.
Yes.
But if you don't pay me for 11 months, you're not getting work done. And I'm going to use a quote that he used in his post. well, I should say, prior to that, he was called out by the producer for Doom, saying that he didn't do he didn't do his shit. He posted afterwards and said, and I'm going to use this one quote because this was the most damaging one. I never quit Doom. I quit a toxic client.
Wow.
Basically saying that he was strung out and treated like shit throughout the entire time he worked on this. And that what came out on Doom Eternal was not his work, but his work, like they took the stuff that he did and morphed it into some fucked up shit. Like, I would go and say, look at the post that he put on Medium to really get into the details of this. But basically, he was hung out to dry by Bethesda. Like, we sit here and talk about the fucked up shit that happens in video games, and I hate talking about it because I love video games. But
indeed,
fuck all this shit.
Oh yeah, dude. I think that like it's a very toxic environment, dude, especially for game developers and stuff like that, dude. That it sucks, man. I mean, it sucks. You enjoy the game, you want more and all that good stuff, but then when you hear like the backstory, man, it sucks, man. Like the shit they go through, man.
Like, I've gone on many times talking about how the soundtrack of a game is pretty much essential to the game itself, because you want that environment, you want that sound to get you into the game.
Yeah. And
Mick Gordon was penned to write the soundtrack for Doom Eternal, and he's saying that the executive producer Marty Stratton just wrote him hard and didn't let him do what he wanted to do. Kept like the eternal thing you always hear about in games, crunch. Kept crunching and forcing him to do things by certain timelines. Again, I'm not going to do it justice. Watch his, read his post on Medium where he explains everything that happened. It fucking sucks. Like, I don't know about anybody else, but when you work on something, you want to put your best foot forward. And when someone fucks with what you're doing, I mean, truthfully, I live with that because I don't want to talk about my job.
No.
But when you do your best on a job and someone fucks with your job, not a good thing. Especially because your name's attached, especially in this case, his name's attached to this, which means that if he wants to get work later, they're going to go and say, well, Doom Eternal.
Yeah. And that's a sucky part because you have to give them a big ass name to get a job. If not, they just look at you and be like, no. It sucks,
but,
dude.
in the game business, in the gaming business, you are as good as your last project.
Yeah.
So Mick Gordon, if he wants to point to Doom Eternal, he's going to point to something that even he says is bullshit.
Well,
it's a he said, she said thing. Well, he said thing because they're both guys.
I get it.
But it sucks to hear this kind of stuff, especially considering that Doom Eternal is still a fucking good ass game.
No, extremely.
You have not played Doom. You have not played the first Doom.
I did. I won't
play it
on my freaking
for like 45 seconds.
No, not even when I had Game Pass. Yeah,
you need to get it more into it. That game is fucking amazing.
I love that game. Like for the amount of times I played it, it was fucking amazing. Now
every time,
Doom Eternal,
every time,
a different ballpark.
Every time, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Just like
just fucking awesome.
More of it. If seriously, if you don't play any of the more recent Doom games, and you don't feel empowered every time you crush a demon's freaking face,
oh no, yeah,
you're not a gamer.
No, you and can we not forget the soundtrack?
I mean, the soundtrack is all right. True confessions time.
Go.
Lately, when I play games, it's muted.
Why? Why would you do such a thing?
It's muted because usually when I play games nowadays, I just want something else playing in the background. So I'll play YouTube videos or movies or other things that I just want to hear noise while I'm playing a game. And I don't focus on the soundtrack of the game because my ADHD brain doesn't let me.
I see.
So I'm playing videos of airplane crashes and other crazy things going on while I'm playing a video game. But
all right, okay.
When I do focus on the soundtrack, I want to hear some good shit.
Definitely. And I understand you 110% on that, dude. I really do.
Okay. God of War Ragnarok.
Yes.
How's the soundtrack?
It's fucking awesome, dude. You just feel like you feel like you're in that level of atmosphere and stuff like that, dude. It's just amazing. And then when it starts kicking in, man, when you're about to get into a big war or a big fight or something, dude, they just amp that shit up. Your heart's racing. You're like, yeah. And you just fucking love it, dude. It's just so good. I like, at least to me personally, I like the soundtrack. A lot of instrumentals, very nice. You're like, God, man, this is such good ass music, to be honest. But yeah, again, that's just me.
Okay. Very good.
Willie, okay. How would you feel that if you're talking to Nintendo and you're a little bit rude to them, so you're trying to get some shit done, but they're prolonging it with a lot of questions because you're a tech and you know a lot of things about certain things of systems, and let's just say that you're a little rude to them and they refuse to help you. How would that make you feel?
Okay. For the record, when I speak to customer service,
yes,
I go out of my way to not be rude, because when you're taking customer service calls, people are assholes.
Yeah.
That being said, why are you asking me this?
Well, the only reason I'm saying this because it looks like Nintendo Japan may not refuse console repairs if you're rude to the staff. And I have to say that's pretty fucking weird. Very weird, especially when you live by the rule of the customer's always right. But again, this is Nintendo Japan, so I'm not sure how that works with them. But it looks like Nintendo Japan has updated their terms and conditions to allow service staff to refuse repair requests if faced with harassment. I part of me, I want to say that's awesome that they're doing that. The other part is like, but what if they're just a paying customer, but they're assholes? Do you still refuse it or what?
Okay, let's start with the facts first.
Okay.
Nintendo of Japan updated their terms and conditions to say that, okay, if their staff is dealing with an asshole person, they can refuse to talk to them. Okay. I understand that when your shit's not working, you're upset. But if you can't understand that the person on the other side of this phone call that you have with this person is just an employee, fuck you. Like, I've had shit that doesn't work.
Of course.
I have Comcast. I have to deal with this daily.
Which is true, ladies and gentlemen. It is true.
No, it is true. Wait. What part are you saying is true?
That you had to deal with all the bullshit from Comcast.
Oh, no. The fact that I have Comcast means I have to deal with bullshit.
Definitely.
But when I call Comcast, at the other end of the line is just an employee. Probably from India. I'm not saying otherwise. But either way, it's not their fault that my internet is not working that day.
Mm-hmm.
I am just going to tell them, listen, my internet is not working. Please help me get it to work.
Yes.
They're gonna go through their thing. Oh, have you restarted your computer? Yes, I have. I work in IT. That's the first thing I did. Whatever. It's not their fault. When your switch is not working the way you want it to, yelling at a person from Nintendo of Japan, of Europe, of America, it doesn't mean that you get to yell at them. Now, they refuse to work with me. It's kind of merited. Like, okay, if you were my IT guy, let's pretend you are my IT guy.
Okay.
If I yell at you because I'm not getting my emails, how likely are you to be helpful?
Oh, I don't know. That's actually a good question. I mean,
no, wait. No.
Oh, you're asking me.
I love that you're being diplomatic about it, but the answer is fuck you.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna be rude about it, but I am gonna be the biggest like, I hate this fucking guy in the line. Yes.
Yeah. Have you thrown your computer outside the window?
Not legally. No.
That's what you're gonna tell them. Have you thrown your computer outside the window? No? Okay. Throw it out the window, then call me back.
Yes. Then we'll discuss how broken that shit is. But you're absolutely right, though. Like, but how about this? Well, here's a scenario that I'm kind of curious to see what you think. What if you're dealing with a rude employee? Let's say you're dealing with someone that's a complete asshole, but they take this as how can I say it in other terms? Let's say they use this as into their benefit. Like they say, you know what? I'm going to be a big dick to this person. The minute they give me a bad response, fuck you. I'm hanging up on them.
That's the problem that you have when you have customer facing services. You have to be the kindest person on the planet, and you have to deal with a lot of crap. Yeah. What Nintendo of Japan is saying in this instance is you don't have to take that shit. Fine. But what if that person that's taking the phone call from Nintendo of Japan is a piece of shit?
Yeah.
As a customer, I bought your product. I need service on that product. Please help me. What Nintendo of Japan is saying in this instance is, you're the problem, not me.
Sounds right. Sounds right. Like that's something they will technically say.
You could take that at any of a number of ways. At the end of the day, you have to listen to the phone call and determine who was the abusive one. Yeah. What Nintendo of Japan is saying with this is basically, we're not wrong, you are.
Yeah. And I don't know. I feel very weird about it. But again, this is Japan, so they'll make up their own rules on this shit anyways. From what I know and always been drilled to my head, from every corporation to my jobs, everything, the customer's always right. Even though they're wrong as fuck, but the customer's always right.
The customer is always right is bullshit.
I don't know, man. That's how they fucking had it.
I know.
Day one.
Listen,
and shit.
That's the way you approach business. If you want to have a business, the customer is always right. But the customer is always right is not true. Just go on YouTube and look for Karen videos.
Oh God, yeah, no, those
sucks.
Are just bad.
It sucks because I know 3 Karens, and they're not this way. But Karen was the name that we placed on it, and so we have to go with it because the internet. You see people just shitting on employees, and it's like, okay, I understand where Nintendo Japan is coming from. Not everyone's like that. Sometimes my shit just doesn't work. I want you to help me.
Yeah.
What you're telling me is not helping me. Can you do something else? I'm gonna get labeled a Karen.
But you know what? That's on Dandy, and you're right. I mean, you're gonna dealing a Karen, and you're gonna fucking have one of those days that you're just gonna kind of like tell them to go fuck off the nicest way possible, and refuse to help them. It's happened. It's true. We're all human.
We all are.
But now
that's why I'm not in customer service.
No, we know that.
Because I will tell them all to fuck themselves.
Speaking about go fuck themselves, Willie, I got something we got to bring up right now. And
Please.
it's the weekend box office, which we already have. The Black Panther Wakanda Forever scores biggest numbers in November opening ever. But I have a bone to pick with this because I've been noticing a lot of people talking about this movie like if it's the biggest fucking thing that came out for the MCU and whatnot and so forth. And to be honest, I got a lot to say, man. Look, this movie it's like mid-tier to low. It's not that fucking great. I went to that movie theater expecting to come out like a weeping baby of all the things I was hoping to see and whatnot. And again, I went with my family, and bro, and it was a full theater, full fucking theater. They talk about when let's just put it this way. When they talk about when Prince T'Challa dies, you know, they bring it up. They're talking about it. All the things, it ain't even talking about, it's just happening. You know, you get what I'm saying? And
yes,
there's some parts in this movie when that's happening that you're like, wait, what? Why? You're seeing all these things, but everything's happening in such a quick pace that you don't have time to even like feel anything. And I'm looking at people around the theater, mind you. Even my daughter was just kind of like, what's going on? Like she has no idea what's going on. So I had to explain to her. But even when I explained to her and looking at the movie, I'm like, why am I not feeling anything? Why? But the only parts you will feel something will be the opening sequence when they put the Marvel logo, was just, you know, Chadwick Boseman pretty much in his role as fucking Black Panther, all silent because there's no noise, no music, no nothing. And it comes up, and you know, I honestly go, you know what? That's actually impressive to a point where I felt something, but not enough to be like, oh God, crying everywhere and shit like that. And then the movie goes on, and I sat there for 2.5 hours, and I was getting tired. Like, I was like, God, man, like, is this movie about to finish? Because it feels like it drags so much. And I got to be honest, Riri Williams is a waste of a character. It's a waste of a character. She's supposed to be the smartest person in there that makes her own suit and yada and all that good shit. But it's a waste of a character. Like, there's no point for her in there. Everybody else in there, though, you know, Shuri, T'Challa's mom, I always forget her fucking name.
Angela Bassett.
Yes. Amazing performance. Amazing. Beautiful woman. Amazing performance. I have to give credit when credit's due. And the dude that played Namor, fucking awesome. Yes.
No cuenta. He's a fucking... Okay, finish up.
I gotta say, he's fucking awesome as a villain in this fucking movie. Even though I think he's supposed to be a hero afterwards, but having a villain, hey, fuck it, he's a villain right now. I thought that his storyline, his character in this movie was great, but that's how you're gonna feel. Even the final battle where you're supposed to be going, oh shit, shit's getting real, shit's getting serious. It's underwhelming. You're like, oh, okay. And it's just like, you're left with this lump in your ass. You're like, that's it? Like, this is all I paid for to see? Like, it's so underwhelming. And I'm trying to be as nice as I can to this movie, because I still saw it and I thought it was just an okay movie, just a mid-tier, low mid-tier. Like I gotta be honest, man, the first Black Panther, you shared so much emotion in that movie. The music, the aesthetics of it, everything that was going on in that movie, you fucking could remember to the T almost. There's nothing memorable of this movie. Nothing, Willie. Only two scenes that are very memorable, that you're like, oh shit, I remember that part. And that's it. Overall. Please go ahead. I know you were going to tell me something.
This all comes from the fact that Black Panther: Wakanda Forever debuted this past weekend, and it pulled $180 million domestically, making it the biggest November opening for a movie ever.
And I get it.
Wait, I want to explore this from three different perspectives.
Okay.
The first one, the business end of it. Okay, yeah. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever made $180 million for November, which is great. Yeah. But the first Black Panther made $200 million in February, which is another market where there aren't that many big movies, and it just lit the world on fire.
Oh yeah, that fucking movie was awesome to me.
Okay, that leads me to my second perspective, which is when Black Panther came out, when the first Black Panther came out, it was a cultural moment.
Yes.
It wasn't just about, oh, this is a really great movie. This is a really great movie featuring a primarily African-American cast. Yes. I understand that. What's his name? Andy Serkis was there, but he was just a side story to the bigger story. Yeah. And Black Panther was a phenomenon. It made $1 billion.
I can watch that movie again. That's how good it is. It's really good.
Okay. I'm gonna get there. Let me get there.
All right, go ahead. Sorry.
It's being compared to the original Black Panther, and it's being compared to other billion-dollar movies, because nowadays, if you don't make $1 billion, you're not a good movie. I'll come around to that in a second. The other perspective is how you felt about the movie when you watched it.
Yes.
You explained how you felt while you were watching the movie.
Yeah.
I watched the movie as well.
Oh, okay.
The first 5 minutes, that hurt. Because, no spoilers, they did their tribute to Chadwick Boseman and T'Challa. And it's like, Jesus Christ. Like, remember that he made Black Panther while he was suffering from cancer and didn't tell anybody.
Yeah.
So he did what he did in Black Panther in all the pain on the planet.
Yeah.
And the tribute hit me. It did hit me. It did hit me, like, seriously. And the problem that people have with this movie, like from what I've seen online, is that it's female-centric. Angela Bassett's Ramonda, and Lupita Nyong'o's Nakia, and Letitia Wright's Shuri take center stage.
Yeah.
And you go on to the hate sphere, and you're like, well, there's no dudes there. Where's M'Baku?
He was there.
He was there. He didn't do much.
Yeah, he was
It was
just
mostly female
comedy moments with them, which is okay. But you know what?
Exactly.
I think, and I would like to say this, but it's not much of a spoiler. I think M'Baku's character in this was more of a kind of like a guidance.
He was more of a side character.
Yes.
And there's people out there that are going to be there like, well, there's no dude that's leading this. Yes, there was, because Tenoch did a fucking brilliant job as Namor.
Fucking
not
amazing.
Namor.
Namor.
Like, he is a fucking G.
Yes. I'll give you that much. And I gave you that much because I thought that Namor in this movie was just, for me, like, amazing. And I'm glad that he didn't kill him. I'm just glad.
They did so much. I mean, that too. But he did so much to not just be a G in his own right, but just represent Latinos.
Oh, absolutely.
Because you and I should be celebrating the fact that he brought Latinos up.
Definitely.
Because
you're absolutely right.
Like his like their version of Atlantis, which is not Atlantis, I'm sorry to tell you, but it was more Mesoamerican, it was more Mayan. So yes, it was very Latin influenced.
Very.
What does that have to do with the fact that it made $180 million on the box office? Well, first of all, people are seeing that as a failure.
Wow, really?
Because they expected it to make more. Again, Black Panther, the original Black Panther in February, made $200 million. This movie only made $180 million. Only. Now, there is some kind of like dynamic involved with the fact that China is not debuting this movie.
Why?
In China, the movie made $100 million just in China. And mind you, $180 million is just domestically. Worldwide, I mean, you know, it's close. It's. I'll tell you this much. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever made more in its first weekend than Black Adam has made overall.
Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. But I don't know if I were to judge. Let's say, for instance, for movie aspects, like if I want to go see another movie again in the weekend, I don't even want to say this because it sounds weird. I will probably watch Black Adam again over Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
Well, here's how things work out.
Yeah.
Black Panther, like I said, made $180 million domestically in its first weekend. The second movie in the top 10 is Black Adam. It only made $8.6 million in this past weekend, which means that overall domestically, Black Adam has made $151 million. So Black Panther: Wakanda Forever made more in one weekend than Black Adam has made in 3 weeks domestically.
Shit.
That's where we're at with these movies. I'm not a DC fan versus Marvel fan. I just want good movies. And Black Panther is wiping the floor with Black Adam in box office.
Oh yeah.
To round out the top 10, number 3, Ticket to Paradise, the George Clooney and Julia Roberts movie, made $6.1 million. Lyle Crocodile, which many people have told me is a great movie, I have not seen yet, $3.2 million. Smile is number 5.
I can't believe that's still
only made 2.3 million, but it has made 102.8 million domestically, which is amazing for a horror movie that has a hard R on it.
Nice.
After that, Pray for the Devil, not a great movie, made 2 million. The Banshees of Inisherin made 1.7. One Piece Film Red, anime movie, made 1.5. Till made was $618,000, and Armageddon Time made $352,000. I want to remind you that this is not a big box office time of year. So $352,000 for a 10th place movie, that's about right. But again, Smile has made $100 million on the box office domestically. For horror movies always make their budget because they have low budgets. But Smile had a big PR campaign. I feel bad for the actress who's on the poster because every time that woman smiles, people are going to scream. Have you watched the movie yet?
Again, I've been God awarding too much, man. I'm sorry.
No. Hey, you need to watch that movie. Like, I don't recommend movies just because.
Okay.
Like, if I recommend the movie, it's because it's something that you need to see. You need to see Smile.
All right, I shall.
And that movie will stick in your head for quite a while.
I don't fucking. I'm gonna watch it. Like, that's for a fact, because I think that movie looks pretty fucking interesting. And
no, it's not. It's not as interesting. That movie will stick in your fucking craw for a good while. Like, seriously, the next time you see a person smile, you may exactly pee on yourself.
I just might. I mean, knowing me, I probably will too.
Let's talk about something that makes me happy.
Yeah, dude. Let's talk about this, and it's our final article that we're going to be talking about. It's about Jason Momoa addresses Lobo rumors following social media speculation. Which, if this is anywhere true, I want it to happen so bad. Okay. Because I want Jason Momoa to play fucking Lobo.
Go. Just talk.
No, let's bring it. Like, bring out the facts right now and let's talk.
Okay. Jason Momoa is already in the DCEU. He's Waterboy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
we all know this.
Yeah, that's a joke.
Yeah.
But he talked about the fact that, James Gunn and Peter Safran are made the heads of DC movies. And he talked about the fact that, unfortunately, no matter how much he wants to avoid this, people are going to link him, even though he's Waterboy. He looks like the perfect candidate to be Lobo.
He does.
And I'm sorry. I absolutely will 100% back a Jason Momoa Lobo movie. He was quoted by CBR. Quote, well, I have to obviously blink. So there's no way I can get out of this without blinking. But that would be amazing if that happened. I'm just happy that James Gunn at the helm and Peter Safran, who is just my heart. So I'm in good hands, and I think comic book fans around the world are going to be very excited. Excited for what? For the fact that he's going to be Lobo, because he has to fucking be Lobo.
Yes. Okay. There shouldn't be even a fucking argument about this.
I have 3 favorite DC characters.
Yeah.
First is Superman, because Superman is the best of all of us.
Yeah.
Number 2 is Wonder Woman, and if I have to explain that, then you don't know who I am. Number 3 is Lobo, and there is no fourth.
That's it. At least for me, for second, I would have gone Batman, but that's my personal choice.
You know what?
So Superman,
You know what?
Batman, and Lobo.
Superman, Wonder Woman, Lobo. I understand. Batman has a place for Cousin Jose and for quite a few people, but to me, Batman is just some dude in his fucking underoos beating people up.
Yeah.
Lobo. Jason Momoa was born to be Lobo, and the fact that he was cast as Aquaman first pisses me off.
I agree.
Because he needs to be Lobo. And Lobo is not a good character.
No.
I don't care because and the picture I will say that movie web the article that we're reading off this up has him wearing a fucking Iron Cross, and fuck you because fuck the Nazis. I still want him to be Lobo.
Yeah. I'm down with that shit. Like, I want to see him with his cigar, that fucking hook chain that he has with him, and on a fucking flaming motorcycle.
I want him to be...
that says "Bite Me," and just Jason Momoa being Jason Momoa. Is that too hard to ask?
I want him to be... No, it's not. As a matter of fact, you're not American if you do not see Jason Momoa on that fucking bike, chomping on that cigar, just saying, fuck you.
Yes. I want that. That's all I can ask. And if God fucking, I hope you're listening. And if you put this in front of Jason Momoa, Jason, we would like to talk to you. And listen, not talk to you like a fanboy. Talk to you like in the sense that we want to speak to you like fans of Lobo. Just saying.
Yes. I am a fucking nobody on the interwebs. But if Mr. Momoa, you were to hear these words, please talk to me about what you will do with Lobo. I don't want to know anything else other than the fact that you want to play it, and he does. And I am down with everything else that you fucking say.
Yeah.
There is no like seriously. There is no other think of all the superheroes in this world, and think of all the actors or actresses that you want them to portray them, and tell me that there is nothing more natural than Jason Momoa playing as Lobo. If you say Ryan Reynolds, I will fucking kill you.
No. Look, Ryan Reynolds is in Deadpool, and he is Deadpool.
No, yeah,
Jason
he is
Momoa
Deadpool. I get that.
Lobo. That's it.
Jason Momoa as Lobo makes more sense than Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, and I will fight each and every one of you who want to argue with me on this.
Bring in the heat, guys. Bring it, because I would love to see this argument for real. But
if you don't think that Jason Momoa is the perfect Lobo, then you and I cannot be friends.
No. Thumbs down. No. And I totally agree, but I want to see this happen. And if he is gonna make it happen, I want to see it happen as soon as possible. Maybe yesterday, as fast as possible. That's how fast I want this fucking movie to be made. Like yesterday.
If Jason Momoa becomes Lobo and abandons the Aquaman thing, can we have Tenochtitlan be Aquaman?
You're asking for too much. You're asking for too much.
He's fucking awesome, though.
Yes, he is. He's fucking awesome, and I loved him in the fucking movie. And that's as far as
he is a goddamn G.
Yes.
And I want to argue with anyone who says otherwise.
So fucking calm, but yet scary at the same time. Like, how can you do two things like that, dude?
He is so fucking smooth.
Yes.
And how much he wants to be the asshole.
Yes.
Because he is the asshole.
I can't agree with you more, man. He is the asshole, but he's the asshole that you look at him and you're like, fuck, I want to hate you, but I can't.
like watching Black Panther Wakanda Forever is like watching a fucking WWE match where you know Triple H is the asshole, he's the heel, but you want him to be the winner because he's just fucking badass.
Yeah. And with the reason, that's the fucking best part of all of it. Like
he has all the reason in the world. Like, okay, Black Panther, the original Black Panther,
yeah,
gave Killmonger a reason to be the way he was.
Yes.
And he was like the villain you wanted to root for because of that.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you who have not watched this movie yet, Namor is that thing. Like, you want him to kick Wakanda in the ass.
Yeah. Yeah, you're just be like, yeah, do it. Just
fucking do it. If Namor won, I wouldn't be mad.
No. I wouldn't either. I'd be like, well, fucking, I guess it had to happen, huh?
Yeah. I mean, it's like, yeah. It's just what the way it is. Now, I'm going to ask you this question.
Go.
Namor versus Kratos.
Oof. Okay. I might have to give my point to Kratos. I will have to.
Why?
I mean, besides that, Kratos is a fucking god, and he lived through the fucking Greek gods time, and now he's in this time, and he has all this combat skills of fighting plus all the tools he has to bring down gods, dude. I mean, that's just this.
Okay.
There's not that much I can tell you, but then you have this man.
Exactly.
And
you saw what he went through.
Yes.
You saw what he's fighting for.
Yeah. So I will still I'm fanboying here a lot for Kratos, but I will say this will be a pretty rough match. It'll be a really rough match.
I would not be upset if I saw Namor win.
No, I wouldn't be either. I'd be like, okay, fair enough. But that's where I'll be saying it. I'll just be, that's fair enough. Until then,
fuck it.
Until I get pissed off, I'm like, bro, get the fuck up and fight, bro. What the hell are you doing? Like, you're gonna let him smack you like a bitch like that, Kratos? Huh? You're gonna let him smack in front of your boy like that? Huh?
Okay, I am going to say that Kratos versus Namor is the fight that we all need to see.
Yeah.
Fuck now, UFC. Fuck all them pussy ass.
On land or in the ocean?
Yes.
Good. I like that choice. But ladies and gentlemen,
because if you limit the fight to just one place, it's not fun anymore.
No, that's why. Just either or. Yeah, fine. Fuck it. We can make it in front of a kiddie pool as much as we care about. Let them fucking rip their necks out.
We can make it in the front of a Chuck E. Cheese because I know you motherfuckers keep fighting there. It doesn't matter. Wherever you put these two God-wielding motherfuckers, it doesn't matter.
I agree. But, ladies and gentlemen, I want to hear what you guys think about all this Kratos versus fucking Namor. I want to hear everything you guys have to bring up. Please comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. Let's have a conversation about this. But we have to go, guys. This is the end of the show. And as always, thank you so much for joining us today on this amazing show. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button just to know we come up with amazing news, which is 3 times a week. Mondays, Wednesday, and Friday, and a little something in between. Willie, any last words?
It's supposed to be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and hopefully this week we'll do it.
Hopefully. Yeah.
But either way, whatever I say, if it happens to happen, I'm sorry, and you're welcome.
I like that. All right, buddy. We'll see you on Wednesday. Hopefully. Peace.
Bye.